Ladies and gentlemen, this is huge news. Kevin McCarthy is having a very, very difficult time wrapping up the Speaker of the House position. And if you look, Washington Times, Scalise lurks as McCarthy struggles to lock up House Speaker role. Steve Scalise waiting in the shadows as Kevin McCarthy struggles in his quest to become Speaker of the House. Now, the good news is that Trump Republicans will have control of the House of Representatives. It won't be Paul Ryan. It won't be Mitt Romney type of Republicans, Liz Cheney or Kinzinger type of Republicans. There's really not that much of a difference between Mitt Romney and, let's say, Chuck Schumer. In terms of foreign policy, there's not much of a difference, and that's a fact. That's why it's a moral imperative to vote for Trump or DeSantis if you oppose never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts and quagmires. If there is a morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrat who just heard what I said, it probably was communicated to this person in a frequency they can't understand, and so they don't care. A foreign policy to people who vote blue, no matter who, is completely irrelevant. You look at what's taking place in Europe, and imagine if that took place under Trump's administration. Imagine the apoplectic, never-ending coverage, blaming Trump for but nobody takes blame now. Anyway, he could lose to Steve Scalise, which would be a much better option. The odds-on favorite is still Kevin McCarthy. Now, I'm not exactly sure what happens if he loses the first round. So they're going to take a roll call, and people are going to choose either McCarthy or Scalise or Andy Biggs. He needs about 5 to 20 Republicans. And Kevin McCarthy should understand that he cannot do business as usual. He has to impeach Biden and very likely other people as well. You can't just allow Hunter and Joe to get away with potentially, just the way Comey, the Honorable James Comey speaks, potential graft, felonies, and again, if a morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrat says, you can't prove anything, you could prove a lot more with Hunter. You could prove infinitely more with Hunter and Joe than you can with Trump. The entire American political establishment has been investigating Trump for about 7 years now, since 2015. They haven't found anything. They're very different from servers with top secret intel, Madam Secretary, that, Comey said, the Honorable James Comey said, well, no reasonable prosecutor would indict, although she broke the law. By the way, I think Hillary will be the 24 nominee for the Democrats. But anyway, hit subscribe to this channel, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk about what Kevin McCarthy has to do if he gets the speakership, if he gets the House, the Speaker of the House, and what might happen if he doesn't. I want everyone to set your dial to 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. every morning. It's very important for the channel if you enjoy my work. And I would be honored every morning to be with you, driving to work, eating breakfast, drinking coffee, whatever you do in the morning. It would be an honor for me if you watched H.A. Goodman at 8 a.m. So I have a segment prior to this one at 8 a.m. and at right now 11 a.m. Pacific time. Hit subscribe. Become a member. If you want to give a super thanks, that's below. If you want to become part of a newsletter, go to hagoodman.com. You could read my writing and see my debates there. Kevin McCarthy is going to be better. If he becomes Speaker of the House, I'm telling everybody, he'll be a lot better than people think. He's not Mitch McConnell. He's certainly not me. He's not Mitch McConnell, okay? Trump has a long history. He's gone to battle with McConnell, and he's doing so right now. He is not a fan of Mitch McConnell, Trump. Trump has endorsed Kevin McCarthy. Again, not my first choice. I'd rather have Jim Jordan or Steve Scalise or another Republican. the Republican from Arizona, Andy Biggs. But you look, ladies and gentlemen, and the one thing he does offer, and I know that is not much of a consideration for a lot of people, but the one thing he does offer is a pipeline, or I should say a communication, a line of communication to never-Trumpers. You might need them. And again, I'm not saying to kowtow or compromise or acquiesce or anything like that, but there are no never Bidens, okay? There are no never Bidens. And there's a reason for that. It's because Democrats circle the wagons, walk in lockstep. If it's Fetterman, if it's mashed potato brains, our president, if it's a house cat or a fern, they will tell everyone it's their moral and, spiritual duty to just rally around and vote for the Democrat. They vote blue no matter who. You have communists and socialists who will vote blue no matter who. Okay? You have all these different types of political identities. They're all voting on the left. They're all voting for Pelosi and Schumer and Biden. And these are the most establishment uniparty or establishment people, but they care about social issues, but mainly they care about the endless media coverage. And again, if you don't vote for the Democrat, you will lose a lot of times your friends. If you vote Trump, you're definitely losing about 8 to 10 friends. I have myself. The only sin I committed was to just advocate for Donald Trump. Why? Because I'm against, again, counterinsurgency conflicts, wars, military engagements. And he's a far better choice, Trump, in terms of foreign policy than any Democrat. I mean, we're seeing that right now. So, didn't happen. What's taking place in Europe didn't happen under Trump's administration. A number of reasons why. We can get to that. That's another story. But the one good thing about Kevin McCarthy is he's going to be pushed because he knows if he gets it, he's losing right now to Scalise. He knows, though, that if he gets it, he could at any moment, they could try to remove him from the position. So he knows he has to impeach Biden. He has to investigate Hunter, then impeach Biden, impeach perhaps Garland. If they indict Trump, Garland's getting impeached immediately. And they might indict Trump in 23. It's a possibility. They won't prosecute him. See, I was always under the impression that they won't indict Trump because they don't have anything to prosecute him on. Because the precedent was already set by Clinton with classified data. They made a mockery of it. And Hunter, his crimes are infinitely worse than anything Trump was ever accused of. Trump was accused of working with the Kremlin. Okay, that never happened. That never happened. His tax returns, they're about to release, by the way, on Friday, apparently. Just as the last malicious attempt to try to disparage him somehow. But he didn't commit a crime. See, Trump didn't commit a crime, but everyone on the planet on the left or in media thinks that he's guilty of something. It's called projection and protecting their own political side. The reason that Twitter and government agencies suppress the Hunter Biden story is because it very likely, almost certainly, leads to graft, felonies. You can't alter U.S. foreign policy because you're raking in money. And that's almost certainly what happened. They say, well, the prosecutor was doing a bad job. Not for Biden or not for any government official to decide. How many do you think another country could have fired Mueller? No. But and even the people that he was trying to speak to and tell, you're not going to get $1 billion in loan guarantees, he actually told on himself. And they said, well, you don't have that authority. And then he said, well, call the president. Call President Obama. So even the people that he was trying to strong-arm didn't think that Biden had that authority, and they didn't know what Biden was up to. Now we understand that Hunter was under criminal investigation and all that. That will be investigated. Impeachment proceedings will almost certainly start probably in January of 23. But McCarthy will be a lot better because he knows at any moment there's a replacement waiting for him if he does win Speaker of the House. Give me your thought. Right now he's technically losing. But give me your thoughts below. Be here every day at 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. I'm going to continue to try to keep publicizing that and explaining that, because I've had the channel for years and years, and so I haven't done anything like that. And to my detriment, I should have really started that tradition or schedule years back. But it's important. If you enjoy the channel, to my 10-minute crowd, if you're watching at this point, you enjoy the channel, and I thank you so much, and I'm honored. And I feel blessed that you're watching this long. But if you can set your dial to 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., and just remember that 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., I will have a segment on this channel, especially when things start heating up. And they politically, 23 is going to be an amazing year. Pendulum has swung already to Trump Republicans. And so 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., be here. And of course, throughout the day, I'll have videos on H.A. Goodman's other channel as well, in addition to this channel, and a live stream. I'll try to do a live stream pretty much every day. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. Be here at 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. every day. Thank you.